Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Elizabeth Robles, Elizabeth Art School. Is this ready now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm going to go through this very fast. My work is very visual, so bear with me and just be with me. Okay, let's start. Okay, we are moving into a world. Tsunaganat. Can I turn it up again? Okay. Now you see my private life there. Okay, so we're going to start again.
それではよろしくお願いします。You can go.
I'm going to be very fast in this. Okay. We're moving into a world that's so full of hatred. People hating people for just about any reason. Some are big issues, but most of them are insignificant. To hate is human, but we are better humans if we supplant understanding, kindness, and compassion instead. Oh, you can't see the other part. That's supposed to be the Japanese part up there. So many can see. Up. Up. Yeah, because the Japanese part is here. You know, Nori worked so hard on that Japanese thing. I don't want you to miss that. Can you make it smaller?
We cannot.
Want to me?
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay, to hate is human. I'm starting to hate you. But we are better humans if we supplant understanding, kindness, compassion instead. I stand up and face hatred to understand the logic behind the feeling. But instead of forcing my way through it, I turn my back away. I turn away, but this is not because of cowardice. See, the Japanese part is there. It's to give me time to analyze and form better judgment, replace stress, and focus on things I can do, and make myself stronger meanwhile. So I turn to my art, and my art is from the heart. There you go. Art is a positive force that can make people discover themselves with creative potentials and possibilities. Art is a discipline. It is about humanity. We do not need to be the artist. We can be the positive force that make art thrive. We can reach out, share, use art, not only for ourselves, but for others. I repeat, for others, not against each other. But we can only give what we have. I am an artist. I have my art that comes from the heart. This is very interesting. This kanji kokoro in Japanese means both heart and mind. But art is not from the hand. Art comes from the mind that controls the hand. Concepts from the mind make art what it is. If mind and heart are one, then art is from the heart. I am a contemporary artist and designer. I work on various mediums and I try to find myself in each one. As a designer, I work on various mediums like digital imaging and graphic design. Here's a sample of my past works. I did a lot of them. The recent ones I do now are for my school and for exhibitions and mostly very personal things. I had an exhibit at 2006. This is a design exhibit where I showed a lot of my stuff, my design works. For example, I did character designs for books, posters, cards. I also did flower digital imaging series, a lot of things. And I'm an artist. As an artist, I paint, I do painting, sculptures, installation, art performances. These are samples of my work. I paint on paper, wood, metal, glass. I use pencil, charcoal, crayon, chalk, watercolor, oil, acrylic, lacquer, ink, anything I can get my hand on. I had a series of white boxes. These are made of created and found objects. I think I exhibited this in New York, in Soho. And this is the biggest box I made. It's Play Me a Symphony for Peace. It's 3 meters by 2 meters by 60 centimeters. It's about the horrors of war, where beautiful music cannot be played. This is the front side. The other side shows more details of how horrible war is. Ewa no symphony. I'm a contemporary wood sculptor. I work on wood. To be a wood sculptor is not so easy. I do a lot of details. And wood is kind of heavy. Sometimes it gets to be very, very frustrating. But you know what? This is where I find peace. This is where I find my happiness. These are some of the works that I have exhibited in many different venues. But I'm going to limit this discussion to those that I have done in Japan. I do also in the US, Canada, and everywhere. So I'm going to limit this discussion to my Ballads in Wood series. "2006 Ballads in Wood." Here I made, this is how it looked outside. Beautiful place. And this is how it looked inside. I did small works, and the bigger works are about 1.5 meters wide. But I did a lot of small works here. I like wood because it shows history. There you go. Here I made my first guitar series. You know, stone shows the past. Metal has passion, but it has to go cold to exist. But wood continuously interacts with the present. 2007 Ballads in Wood Sudo Museum of Art. There you go. And this is what I found out. Wood stimulates creative communication between artists and the medium. 2008 Ballads in Wood. Here's how it looks like. It was fun. This event was really fun. You know what I found out here? Art and music are relevant to each other. Here I performed my music sculpture with singers and musicians. 2007 Ballads in Wood Tsukuba Museum of Art. Here I started to make really big pieces, you can see. I think the longest one I made like 4 meters. And what did I find out? Here I created the first series of music sculptures and performed in public with a contemporary dancer. So cute. 2008 Ballads in Wood. Here I made a lot of installations. And also in this gallery, I sold a lot of works, but I felt so sad. Why? Artworks are very personal. But you know, we have to let them go. It doesn't belong to us. (2009) Ballads in Wood, Tsukuba Museum of Art. Here I started to be more interested in open spaces and balancing factors. And this is the best thing I found about this. There's joy and fulfillment in harmonious social interaction. Take a look at this. Many people came to help me put up and put down the exhibit. Social interaction. There's joy in it. And you see the smiles, big smiles on their faces. 2010 Ballads in Wood, Tsukuba Museum of Art. Here I focused more on the events. You know, art is not about just the artist. It's not just about the artwork. I did live painting also there, so I always get messed up like this. And like I said, art is not just about the artist. It's not just about the artwork. You know what it's about? Art is about people. Now I don't feel the need to go solo. My art will live through what I can do for others. To be there for others is a noble task. But one has to have something to share. You can't give what you don't have. To be there for others is not easy. It requires time. It requires a whole lot of effort. And you have to share your resources. I produce exhibitions, workshops, events for charity, provide work materials and spaces. I create wood structures for paintings, sculptures, installations. I design all graphic requirements. I create computer presentations. I guide and assist all artists and performers in their work. And I design exhibit spaces. You know, I'm not a very good person. I have a very bad temper. But I strive to be good. Because I believe goodness never fails. It never fails. My purpose for life is not for business, fame, or fortune. You know, I was being asked here, oh, how much did you spend for the materials for TED something? I always answer, I don't know. You know, I don't count money. I just spend it. My treasures are things I do through art. To raise the quality of life, I like giving chances for people to shine. I teach art for students and their families to find new meanings in life and living, to see goodness in themselves and reach out to others. You know, there's Norie. She doesn't get paid to help me, but she's there for me. Because she saw the goodness in what can be done. There you go. Everybody needs someone sometime. Art is a means for education. I did a lot of free workshops, and the most significant ones are those that I did for mothers with 4 to 6 year olds. Look at this. Oh, before each workshop, this is what I have to do to prepare. I hand it. It's good if someone comes to assist me, but most of the time I have to work alone. Here are some shots of the workshop. This is a workshop on lines as experience. Art is a means for creative, social, and cultural interaction. The 2008 Ballads in Wood in Capio was an improvisational theater performance. Participants were from 6 countries: Japan, Philippines, China, Germany, US, and United Kingdom. I combined contemporary with traditional and classic genres. We had free art, music, dance workshops for children. This is the poster we used here. This is another one. I always make it a point to put the names of people involved in my events. And these are the main performers. For this event, I created a lot of music sculptures. This is how it looks. These are some of them. And you can see in the following slides how the musicians were trying to figure out how they can combine this, the music sculptures, with classic, contemporary, with a band, with traditional music instruments. And here are some shots of the performance. We had soprano singers, we had a contemporary singer, we had saxophone, we had contemporary dance. I designed the costumes for there. I also performed in that performance. And these are the music sculptures. The message, Inochi o Mitsumete. Look at the value of life. Look at yourself and see what you can do for others. Art is a channel for charitable endeavors. We have the Give a Hand, Give a Heart charity project, which I have asked Nori to manage. In 2010, we had a charity dinner concert for the flood victims of the Philippines. These are the main performers, and of course, we always have children in our events. In 2012, we had Give a Hand, Give a Heart charity event for the children of Sendai. This was just after the big earthquake. I designed several characters, and these were made into echo pockets. We had several events. We had dance, music. We had storytelling to the Kamishibai. We had workshops and a lot of events. Okay. And these are the people involved in that event. And this is the Kamishibai, which you see there. That's a traditional Japanese storytelling concept. But you know, it's usually made of paper that is drawn out of small boxes. But I made a jumbo one like this. And like I said, I always find myself working alone. Art is a means to raise the quality of life. Last September, last month, we had a contemporary crayon art workshop in cooperation with a volunteer group for foreign mothers living in Tsukuba. You know, to be a mother is so difficult. I think they're the busiest people in the world. They don't have time for themselves. And it's more difficult if you're a foreigner. I'd like to start this off with, you are a child of the universe. No less than the trees and the stars, you have the right to be here. That's from Desiderata. You know, the mothers had a grand time. They were doing something for themselves. It's something about themselves. And the message was, find time to discover yourself. Yourself, your time, these are all you've got. Now let me tell you a little bit about my art school. I want to think that creativity starts here. This is how my school looks like. You see those things? They're there now. I created a space that doesn't look like a classroom. I wanted a relaxing space that can stimulate creativity. Except for those rows of chairs, they don't look like a classroom. There you go. I call Elizabeth Art School just plain E-Art School. 技術より芸術. I teach the mind to control the hand. I believe in individuality and uniqueness of a person. Everybody has something there. If you can write your name, you can do something. You can draw. And my responsibility is to bring out the best in each one. 一人一人の個性と才能を引き出していくのが私の責任. I teach kids, but my kids are from 3 years old to 73 years old. They're all kids for me. You know why? It is only from the eyes of children where fresh inner vision starts. The school sponsors solo and group exhibits of deserving individuals or group. Once every year, selected artworks from all classes are shown in the e-art exhibition. This year we had it last May at the Tsukuba Museum of Art. Let me show you the series of exhibitions before the e-art exhibit. We had Elizabeth Kai exhibition, Adult Pencil Drawing Club, last November. You know, the participants in this are from 50, 60, and 70-year-old, but they are great artists. And this is what he was talking about, Sarah Hayashi. She was just 7 years old. We had the Free X Salvador Dali exhibition. These are mothers in March. Okay. We had 10 Mini Masters exhibition, 6 to 9-year-olds. We had Hiroko Takei, adult mixed media painting. We had Jotaro Uga, 6-year-old contemporary painter. And the best works in these we combined in the e-art exhibition. This is how it looked like. There you go. We had sculptures, we had paintings, we had crayon, we had installation, we had storytelling, we had pencil, we had about everything. We had music and different events. I write stories and poems for children to paint and illustrate. And so far we have published 2 books in the last year. This year. This is Sarah Hayashi's book that he was talking about. See how beautiful the drawing is? That's crayon. Just crayon. I wrote the story for Sarah and she illustrated every page of it, every part of it. And there's another one, Jotaro Uga. He's only 6-year-old. I wrote poems, and those are his paintings. Beautiful. And it has become a... I should have brought the book, right? You should have shown it here. Okay. And we have scheduled several events for this year. December, we'll have Yuko Ito. She's going to do nudes in crayon. We have TEDx expressions. These are from my parent-child creativity class. They designed original characters and they express this in drawings, sculptures, poetry, music, songs, dance, storytelling. All original. 3 to 4-year-old kids with their mothers. And we have 4, 5, 6 exhibition. These are for my 4, 5, 6-year-old kids in school. And in spring next year, we are scheduling Rin Bamba. This 8-year-old boy doing abstractions in crayon. We have Leon, Flights of Fancy. She's a 10-year-old girl. And we'd like to have Hiroko Takei, Flower Fields of Life, 1st anniversary. Hiroko Takei is one of my students whom I dearly, dearly love. You know, she passed away last year. No, last month. She passed away last month from cancer. And in her memory, we'll have the 1st year anniversary of her first exhibit. It was for the benefit of the children with cancer in Japan. We made a lot of money and we donated them to, what organization I forgot? Yeah, Mamoru something. You know, Japanese is so hard for me. I've been here like 20 years and still I get trouble with my Japanese. Okay. And in January, we'll have a charity dinner concert. This will be for the children with cancer in Japan and also for the flood victims of this year's typhoons in the Philippines. We have an ongoing Learn-Earn. It's a give a hand, give a heart project to create jobs for Philippine typhoon victims. Instead of just giving them money, I want them to find jobs and want them to have pride in working for their own income. And in September, we'll have e-art, the second e-art exhibition. All these exhibitions and events are for charity. I hope you will all be with me through all this. Art from the heart. Thank you very much. I'm Elizabeth.